To begin our analysis of Guatemala within the Doing Business report, we began with the years 2015 and 2016. We were able to note that there was a very prominent trend with the use of reforms in order to change certain factors within the country. So we want to also note that this probably was not the only factor, but definitely one of the factors that was highlighted within the Doing Business report for the years 2015-2016. So to begin, Guatemala had a reform change in the year 2015 that made doing business within the country easier. It facilitated it. However, in the year 2016, they did not continue with this reform and they dropped down to the 101st place. We were also able to observe that in both years, Guatemala placed a reform to ease tax payments, and they were able to maintain a lower place. In the year 2015, they held the 54th place, and they subsequently dropped down four places to the 50th place in the year 2016. So we're able to observe that this reform was very helpful in the ease and the tax payments. So lastly, we want to note that in the year 2015, Guatemala held the 102nd place in trading across borders, but after they placed a reform to facilitate these actions, they were able to drop down to the 78th place in the year 2016. There are many other factors, of course, as I mentioned previously, but this was definitely a trend that we noticed between both these years, the use of the tool of reforms and policy changes by the government in order to adjust different factors within the country.
Doing business in Guatemala from 2016 and 2017, thanks to the reforms that happened between that year, a couple of the topics in doing business improved, like starting a business. Even though it got a day longer to do business, the cost went down, so that helped young entrepreneurs start a business. Dealing with construction permits, the ranking did a lot better, also thanks to the reform that helped costs go down. Getting electricity also improved thanks to the reforms that helped the costs go down. And the rest didn't change. But thanks to those reforms, doing business in Guatemala between 2016 and 2017 improved.
Doing business in Guatemala from the year 2017 to 2018. We have the starting business factor that dropped from the rank 119 in 2017 to 139 in the year 2018. It increased one more procedure to complete this factor from 7 to 8, and also increased the days to complete it, 7 more days. And the second factor with a huge difference in this year was the dealing with construction permits. During this period of time, it was a change that made it more difficult to do business. The rank dropped from the place 89 in 2017 to the place 116 in 2018. It only increased one more procedure to complete it from 11 to 12, but the number of days increased a lot from 158 days in 2017 to 205 days in 2018. This represents the 129% of change in this factor.
From 2018 to 2019, starting a business in Guatemala became much easier. This is because the number of procedures went down from 8 to 6. The number of days it takes to start a business decreased from 26.5 days to only 15, and the cost of starting a business decreased from 22.9% to 14%. There was no other significant change in the Doing Business report from these years, but we think it is important to point out that even when Guatemala increased rank in some factors, their overall Doing Business rank decreased. This means that the country is less competitive than others that are increasing. Other important facts to point out is that the export of coffee is the country's biggest business, and also that 50% of the Guatemalans are employed in agricultural activities.